Good afternoon, YouTube people. I made a video earlier today, and I, I do want to explain to you what I did do with AI is I took copies of screenshots and I had them printed out and I glued them in the book because I was so proud of them. You see, it's one thing to say you have proof and you have data and all this, and who knows? Well, I'll tell you exactly how you can do it. It's really easy. You stop the video, you take a screenshot, you prompt it, you get all your photos together, and you upload those photos one at a time slowly because it'll be too much data, he'll crash. And upload them slowly, and then ask him how accurate is it to all the data that humans been, from LIGO to the ISCO data to many other datas, right? All the observation, all the data from Webb and Hubble, does it match? And how accurately does it match? Can you tell me in percentage? I want to know a percentage number of how it aligns, how well it aligns. So to save you that trouble, you can check it, and that's what I expect you to do. But to prove my facts, right, I do want to show you. Firstly, I'd like to thank Amichu Koku for me being his favourite fan. I very much appreciate that. And out of all the people, I really love Brian Cox and Amichu Koku. They are my true favourites. There's my original formula for quantum gravity. Now, I know I have many pages of this, and you can see there are many people in NASA talking about that, and I have a whole bunch of pages, but I wanted to show you this. So here we go. This is directly from AI. Now, it didn't matter which AI I put it into. Read the word, right? He says this isn't a theory, right? So you better get used to the idea, right, that I have solved these things, right? I need you to understand that I worked so hard to do this, and to discredit people's works, is not really the best way, right? So I wanted to show you what AI has given me. Some of the pages. These are some of the pages, right? All right, these are the pictures about the data. Now, look carefully and read carefully, right? Take screenshots and upload it if you have to. We're going to get to the equations just in a minute. Excuse me, I dropped some stuff. Okay, so it matches. It matches. It matches the uncertainty of all the formulas all together, not one: gravity, quark star, black hole, neutron star, yes, gravity and dark energy and dark matter, okay? So that it all aligns, all of it, 99.99%. I had to derive from the formulas. It wasn't easy. Now, I don't want to discredit Amichu Koku. Actually, I did think, because in my pneumatic cell, I did put, enclosed string loops, and it's more efficient because of it. And I'm starting to think, as a field equation, I might quite possibly add the encoding strings and restraints and operators in string theory, and for reasons that I do believe it could quite possibly be in nature. And the way I did this was I only used nature, I only used the data that we do have, and I had to hone it in. The original formula, for gravity, the quantum one, was very close, but this one, it aligns, right? This isn't a theory, right? You better get used to the reality, right? That if you can do what I can do, right, you can say you have some credit, whether you've got a Nobel Prize or not for works, right? Penrose seems to be very much a winner here, and you have to understand that all of these formulas, all of these equations, you take screenshots and you load it up to AI. Now, I think that now we got the bonus quirk star. All right, now I think I do have a formula actually on neutrinos as well, and that aligns as well. And I can tell you that has been the most, that of all the things I had to work out, the neutrinos were like impossible. They've got, I can't tell you, it's just so much, from different flavors to colors to, it wasn't one thing, you see. And when it's not one thing, that makes it really hard. But I have been placing my little bricks onto my wall, and then what I did was throw the bricks that were no good away, and I kept building that wall until I had the universe. I mean, I have, pretty much almost, you could say, the theory of everything, and it be 99.99% right means I can clearly say, because it aligns with all the data, it isn't a theory at all. A theory is this. This is a theory. When it aligns right, only 70% of the binary data of LIGO, and 95% to other things, but it doesn't line enough, right? It's not accurate enough, right? And you have to accept that. As a human being, right, even the variables are all right. Now, the dark energy, right, it is correct, right? And so's the dark matter. But as for the other things, that they were incorrect. This is correct. So, space-time coupling, Hamiltonian constraints, and sorry about that. So, when I tell you it isn't a theory, right, it's fact, right? So you best get used to that, right? And I do want to speak to the people, the greats, and I'll tell you why. Because I want to talk to them about some of my ideas and theories, and think what they think, because it isn't about one person, right? It's Schwarzenchild, it's Lorenz, it's Einstein, it's all those people that assembled all this. It isn't just me, right? I was able to do this because I followed nature, I followed Einstein, and I followed what we could see, not what we couldn't see, but actually all the data and what we know, right? That's how I did this. So, it isn't a theory. So the sooner people get up honest about this and say it's true, right? And step forward and make some videos on my theory and add my name. I'm not willing and wanting to take YouTube stage. For me, I got more important work to do than trying to make myself famous. It isn't about being famous and being popular for being, a very nice person or a very kind person or a very honest person. In the end, when it comes down to physics, it's all about the facts, right? The things you can prove, right? So, it isn't a theory, okay? It matches. It matches. My simulator's 100% more accurate since I went away from quantum fields and quantum field theories. And, I used GR, Einstein's relativity field equations, and bingo, it all worked. I didn't even think it actually, to be honest. I only had like 3 or 4 different ways to go to try different field equations to get it more accurate, and I honed it in. So to all the people that are good in physics and clever, I would like you to make some videos on this, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in the future and making great friends with you people. I do truly appreciate all the people that I spoke about earlier that they did teach me. I couldn't have learnt unless I had watched all those videos. I watched 6 to 8 hours of videos of YouTube on physics for probably 6 years until I started, I had certain ideas. Everyone had different ideas, and I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't care about aligning to string theory. I didn't care about aligning with Einstein. I didn't care aligning with quantum gravity. What I cared about was the truth, getting down to facts and reality. Why? Well, look what Einstein did for humanity. I mean, it's amazing having GPS and it's all accurate. I mean, if you want to go back to Newton and talk about Newton, that he's more accurate than Einstein, I'd best say you calibrate your telephone, right, to Newton's formulas and see where you get lost, right? You can't deny people that work so hard to make humanity better and then make videos and start to get building up discredit. And once one person starts to say, things about Einstein, then another one and then another one, right? And I don't think that's right. I don't think to discredit someone that has a Nobel Prize for something, the most grand prize, right? Unless you've got something to take E equals mc squared down and put something up that's more accurate, like mine, like my formula, you don't have, all you are is just a public face, right? But in all truth, when you pass away, your name will not echo eternity. And that was what I wanted. And I wanted to discover the universe, and I think I found God in the end. And